So we'll start with the cuts yesterday. And I haven't seen that he got injured, but Carolina cut Matthew Wright, who's kicked in the league for 3 seasons. He's 40 of 46 on field goals. He's 6 of 8 from beyond 50. He's 35 of 37 on extra points. His stats are very similar to Riley Patterson, except for the 6 of 8 beyond 50. Now, if he got cut, that's one thing. Or if he got injured, that's one thing. But Diana Rossini this morning tweeted, actually earlier this hour, the kicker market is busy. Teams currently making calls around the league looking for opportunities to trade for kickers. Rams, Lions, Titans, 49ers, and Broncos.
Yeah. I mean, that 53-yard came up short, hit the crossbar thing, that doesn't sit well. Plus, the fact that Patterson's been embattled for a couple seasons anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let him go. I mean, there's no guarantees. Absolutely. Should they still be looking? They should still be looking. They should scour the earth for the best kicker they can get. And if it's Riley Patterson, it's Riley Patterson. But if it's not,
here's the question. Would you give up a draft pick next year to get a quality kicker? And how high a draft
that's
pick?
The how high thing. Would I? Of course. If it means that you get somebody that you feel, ultra confident that they're better than your current situation, then you need to make that move. If you just think that it's better, like I think this guy's better, then that's not instilling confidence where I'd give up the draft pick to do it.
If you got somebody that you know is better than Riley Patterson, but it cost you a 4th-round pick.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. But you know what? I don't want to enter this season shaky a kicker.
Well, is it shaky or is it just not? Riley Patterson's not bad, right?
He's not bad.
He's not bad. This isn't like some guy who's shanking every kick he's attempting. He's actually made a real nice percentage of his kicks. I didn't like what I saw on Friday night, but it could have, hey, I just mishit the ball. Whatever.
If they're calling around for kickers, I have to think that they're worried that it was more than just a mishit. And we tried to come up with a relevant comparison that people could relate to. And we came up with that, those times where you hit your driver and it only goes 200 yards, but it's right down the middle. And you're like, well, I don't know what happened there. And it was a mishit. And so is it possible that Riley Patterson just had a mishit and that's why it came up short?
You hit it fat.
They're calling around the league. That's the intriguing thing is if Diana Rossini's reporting is accurate, and I have no reason to believe it's not, Lions are calling around the league looking for a kicker. Now, is the kid that the Carolina just cut better? He might be better from distance. So,
well, I'm more interested in accuracy than I am distance.
I think that's fine and dandy until you need a 53-yarder to win a game. And that's where I'm concerned. NFL kickers are so freaking good. The good ones are incredible. They're just incredible. And in the case of what the Lions have right now, I would not call our guy incredible.
No, and what you have kicking at Ford Field is ideal conditions.
Yep.
For half the season.
Yep.
And you think of the other games you're playing, you're going to play one in Chicago. It's going to be difficult. One in Green Bay, which can be difficult. Minnesota's ideal conditions. So you're playing more than half your games in ideal conditions. It's a good situation to want to come to Detroit. Detroit's also a good team. But I suspect that there probably isn't a free agent kicker out there.
Probably not.
At this point.
Probably Gold.
Yeah, but again.
That's the crazy thing. How come he's not signed?
Because he's 40 years old and maybe doesn't have the leg that he used to have. I'm sure teams have had people that, go watch him work out or something.
He kicked last year. Did he really lose it?
I don't know. There's that. When you hit 40, it's a whole different ballgame. You know what it's like. Things change.
Yeah.
Right away. So, yeah.
Last year, he was 2 for 2 from beyond 50, although his long was 51, so it was just beyond 50. He made 84.4% of his field goal attempts, But the thing I keep going back to is he has never missed in the playoffs. He's never missed in the playoffs.
When was the last time he kicked in the playoffs?
Last year, right? Would have been last year, correct?
I would assume so, but
Yeah.
I mean, was he asked to kick anything special?
Well, I'd have to go back and look at the box scores, but bottom line is, if they're calling about a kicker, it's not like they're over there and hey, B_homie, here's an email.
Oh, right.
Do you know that Robbie Gould's available? He knows that Robbie Gould's available, so they just clearly don't want him.
Yeah, but okay. So what was Robbie Gould's percentage last year?
He was
84 something.
He was 27 of 32, 84%, 2 for 2 from beyond 50.
So Patterson was 85.7%.
Mm-hmm.
It was better, and he was 2 of 3 from beyond 50.
Well,
and in his career, he's 87.8% because he's only kicked for 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the beginning of his career versus a guy who's at the end of his career. So I would expect that you get more out of Patterson than what you would out of Gould.
Who would you want standing over a big kick late in the year?
What's the distance? I mean,
49 yards.
I'm fine with Riley Patterson.
Okay. I would rather have Robbie Gould doing it, but that's just based on experience, been there, done that. And he did kick in the playoffs last year, made a 50-yarder against Dallas.